Alright guys, welcome to the first run of the week on a Tuesday. Having raced the Mansfield 10k on Sunday, calves are still a little bit sore, just general DOMs that I had throughout yesterday, and it's still there a bit today. So I'll be taking it easy today. The plan says 10k easy anyway, so yeah, just be plodding around my usual 10k trail and road loop. Thanks to everyone who watched my race video up to now, by the way. Lots of nice comments as well, so thanks a lot for that. So having now raced my 5k and my 10k, we're moving on to the half marathon training. I went to book the half marathon. I've kind of been waiting to see how one race goes before I book the next one, and had a bit of a panic when I saw that the half marathon I was planning to do was sold out. I'm looking to do the Monsal Trail Half Marathon, which starts in Bakewell, where I grew up, so I'll know the area well, and it's on a nice former railway line heading towards Buxton and trending uphill for the first half, and then it turns around and you go back to the start, hopefully with a nice gentle downhill to get the second half done. So after a bit of panic, I did some searching around, because there's usually more than one place to book the race, and I discovered that I was planning on doing the Saturday race, but they actually do it on the Saturday and the Sunday on the same weekend, which was a relief. So I quickly got booked onto the Sunday edition of the race. This was just before my 10k, when I was just kind of nosing around getting ready to book it, so I got that booked up while there was still space on the Sunday one, so that's all ready to go now at the end of October. I need to start thinking now about targets for the half marathon. At the moment my ChatGPT coach is suggesting a 1 hour 42, which would be a big PR. I've managed to scrape around a 148 something, I think, in the Macclesfield half, so yeah, it's quite a big jump from there. I'll put the Garmin race predictor on screen. That's a bit more realistic, maybe, coming in from memory about 145, 146, so just need to figure out which one's going to be better to attempt on the day, and see what I think about the pace that I would need to achieve over the course of the race to get the time I decide upon. If anyone's got any tips for how to select a goal time for a half marathon, when you know your 5k and 10k PBs from recent races, yeah, your thoughts would be appreciated. Alright guys, it's Wednesday and I'm out on a 6k easy run. I did actually have a backup plan for today, just in case I wasn't feeling ready to run again. My calf DOMS is still there but almost gone, but my right ankle on the medial side is prone to getting a bit sore after a hard run on a hard surface like the race at the weekend, and that is just a little bit sore at the moment. I think I tend to overpronate a little bit with my right foot, not so much my left. And those tendons just seem to get a little bit stretched and overworked if I'm giving it some. So I was thinking of perhaps going on Zwift on the bike instead of running tonight, but yeah, it's not so bad. I can cope with a 6k easy run. I was just going to make a judgment call, and yeah, it's feeling okay, so get this done, and then tomorrow is a non-running day. I think winter's on its way, guys. I've got the shades on to stop the grit and dust blowing into my eyes. It's my first time wearing long sleeves since before summer. It is 12 degrees, and usually if it's in double figures I'm alright with shorts and t-shirt, unless it's raining and blowing, which it could well do. It's definitely blowing. Morning guys, and welcome to Saturday and long run day. I've just reached the top of the warm-up hill. So as I make the switch from 10k training to half marathon, this will be the longest run I've done for a while. The plan says 18 kilometres for today, although given the route I've chosen, maybe a little bit over, which I'll explain in a minute. I'll just catch you up on what's happened since the last run. I had the bench press day on the Thursday, that went well, and then Friday there was a speed session on the plan. I think it was 4 times a kilometre, but the medial side of my ankle on the right foot's been aching quite a lot since the race on Sunday, so I decided rather than running that day I'd go on Zwift and do some cycling. So that's what I did on Friday. So now hoping to take this long run nice and gently, protect the ankle a bit, and then I've got 2 non-running days coming up. Managed to take a wrong turn while I was just chatting to camera. So the route this morning, as I was looking for an 18-kilometre route to do, I was vaguely aware that the nearest parkrun to where I live isn't my home parkrun at Poolsbrook, which most Chesterfield runners use. It's one just over the border into Nottinghamshire, and it's the Brierley Forest one. So I do intend to do that one fairly soon, and it fits in with the plan. Not today though. I don't think the ankle would take it for one thing, and given that it's about 9.5 kilometres each way, that would push today's running way over what the plan says. So I'm just going to go there, get the lay of the land, at least see where it is, and then turn around and head for home. And then next time I decide whether to do it or not, I can either drive there or do this run, see how it goes, see how I feel when I arrive, whether I think I'd be fit for a fast 5k at that point, and then a run home. So yeah, let's go and see what Brierley Forest Parkrun looks like, or at least the entrance to it. Thankfully made it to the top of the hill at Tibshelf just after the 5k mark, and I've just had my first gel, just an SIS apple flavour. Just trying to get used to having more than one gel on a longer run, as that will be the plan on half marathon race day. Just going under the M1 motorway. Always picture this as being the point where I cross over into Nottinghamshire. Not exactly sure where the border is, but I'm heading into Nottinghamshire now, and I should be somewhere near Brierley Forest in a few more kilometres. Found the border. It's a little bit further away from Tibshelf than I thought, but I didn't even realise that sign was there. Nice to know where it is then. Okay, I've never been this way before. I need to turn left. Do some kind of weird U-turn. Okay, back on the road again. I've just made it into Huthwaite village. It's about 5 to 9, so I think parkrun will be starting just as I arrive. Oh dear, my navigation's just brought me into a dead end. Loads of businesses and so on in that gated area, and there's no way out through the back. I don't know if it was a public footpath at one point, but it was directing me straight through, but there was no way past the metal fences, so I just looked to wally in front of the people who were attending the businesses, and I've had to do a U-turn, and now I'm improvising. Right, somehow I managed to find my way to the park. Still not close to the route I plotted, but I think these must be the cars for the parkrun. Seems to be at least one parking space left for me here. Ah, here comes some runners, so must be in the right spot. Have a snack and turn around, head for home. I've done over 10k already, so the long run's going to be well over distance. One thing I wanted to assess today was whether it might be an idea to run to Brierley Forest, do the parkrun, and then run home. If I was after a fast time, I would say no, based on how I felt when I got there after about 10k today. Though I did race 6 days ago, so I'm a bit more fatigued than I might sometimes be. But if I was just doing a steady park run and it was part of a long run, then yeah, it could be fun. Another option, if I wanted to run it a bit faster, would be maybe to drive as far as Tibshelf, get that 5k uphill out of the way, and then just use the other 5k as a warm-up. If you want to see how the Mansfield 10k went in some terrible weather, I'll put that up here. But thanks for watching, guys. If you do want to subscribe to my channel, it is free. Just press the button and watch the subscriber count go up by 1. Thanks again, I'll see you soon.